Blessings in the lessons of my adolescence. To shedding pests when wrapped in a peasant. To added lessons in the blessings of unwrapping my presence. This is an infinite synchronous of an endless kiss from different lips. Reflections of endless testing. Quivering by those that know the cracks in the road. Cracking the code, facts in the scrolls. I'm not housebroken. Shit everywhere it is outspoken. Living in everything since light crash with darkness and a big bang. Ain't shit changed.
Something that most people know about me is the fact that I'm a mother. But not everybody is willing to talk about their struggles. And being a mother, especially a young mother, I was a teen mom. And I stepped into something that I wasn't necessarily ready for, but I took it full on. And I talk about that a lot in my art. So I figured, why not start there, with life, creation. All our strength comes from something. I run from nothing. Won't be the first time I leave with a lump confronting something. See, I was pregnant in rehab. You fucking nothing. Won't be the first time I pop E while sunning something. So, basically, I know that was a little heavy, but it was true. And then right after that, let me just elaborate a little bit and then we'll get right into it. Right after that, then I tell him, you were single mother raised. Well, I was single mother saved, meaning raising my baby saved me, and I meant that. So, in another episode, we'll break down how that lead up was actually a triple entendre, had 3 completely different meanings, but we're gonna talk about the meaning today and me being a mother. So when I said, this not the first time I leave with a lump confronting something, I was pregnant in rehab, you fucking nothing, won't be the first time I pop E while sunning something. Well, it was as real as it was, Of course, I'm playing on the name of Emerson Kennedy, and we call him EK, so I played off of E. But the surface of it that we're talking about today, I actually did find out I was pregnant in rehab. I went through a time period in my life, where me and a lot of my friends, we chose a certain life where we basically lived in a trap. I went through some things with school and I couldn't get in right when I kind of wanted to. So the streets kind of snatched me up. I was living a double life for a while. And at that time period, I kind of got snatched up. And me and the person that I was with at that time, it was the ecstasy epidemic, the hyphy movement, Mag Drake, Dead Space, all that. So that's what we did. We sold them, we did it. That was the lifestyle, And then, but beautifully, I was still underage. So I came home one day. Well, not home. I came to visit my parents. And it was just a bad day. I guess I was having a come down or something. And they just kind of caught me in a bad moment. I didn't have a key to their house at that time. So I broke in and I was going to put everything back the way it was found, but I had to use the bathroom. So I kind of broke in. And before I fixed it, I got something to eat. So when they came in, they were like, what the hell? Their house looked like somebody broke and entered. And they see me sitting there eating cereal and scratching a little bit. It was a bad look. So they acted really cool. I commend them on that. They acted really cool. And they said, let's go for a drive. I think they talked me into staying for the night. The next day we went for a drive. And then they took me to some place. I didn't know what it was. They said, we're going to stop here real quick. And we went upstairs. And they caught me off guard and had me take a test or whatever, a drug test. And the drug test came back and it was positive for practically everything. It was crack, meth, heroin, super high levels of THC, like pretty much everything you could think of. And my mom instantly started crying. My dad didn't want to look at me, and I was pissed because I didn't do any of those things. So I just snapped. I was like, look, y'all know I smoke weed, and I'm gonna be real. I did some ecstasy, but that wasn't even on the test, so it's not even my test. So I'm going hard, and then that's when the doctor was like, okay, that makes sense. Everybody calm down. And that's when I found out that ecstasy actually had all of those drugs in it. So my parents put me in rehab, and I had to be there until I was 18. And I found out one day, I was actually doing good with the program, and they were accusing me of diluting my urine, which I was not doing. But they had me keep taking tests. And one of my friends, she asked me some questions. Long story short, I was there when I took my test. I actually was like right for my 18th birthday. I took my test, saw what it was, and just went off. I went off because I didn't want them to know that I was pregnant, because I didn't know if I wanted my family to know and how I wanted to handle it. But I did. I found out I was pregnant right then, and I was there for ecstasy. So that's what that bar was about. And when I say this, like the first time I left with a lump confronting something. So I was confronting a addiction. And I say it like that because to me it wasn't an addiction at that time, even though addiction is very serious. I was just kind of having some fun and dipping in my own product, pretty much, which you're not supposed to do. And my parents caught me in a bad moment. But I'm happy that it happened the way it did, because I actually stopped when I went through the program. And when I found out that I was pregnant, I confronted that. We decided to keep my son. Once I heard his heartbeat, I actually wasn't going to keep him at first. I heard his heartbeat and it was a wrap. And even though I was young and I had no plans on anything to do with that at that time in my life, I had so many goals and so many dreams. I chose to be a mom, and I chose to change my life to be a good mom, because I was going to bring a child into this world. It shouldn't be in the shadows, in the midst of the things that I was doing at that time. I wanted to give him a complete and pure opportunity. So, he was single mother raised, but I was single mother saved. Raising my baby saved me. And that's what that was about. So shout out to all the single moms, all the young moms who, stepped up and did what they were supposed to do. And I know sometimes our kids don't understand or know the level of the sacrifice and the changes that we have to make. But we did it, I got a good kid. It means something to me.